Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Bieland, a psychotherapist and sensitivity expert. And I've been working with HSPs all over the world, and I really wanted to give you information about the tools that they're using, the ones that are really doing well and managing to stay resilient right now. I want to let you know what they're doing, actually. So I have created kind of a list I want to share with you. What I'm noticing from the ones that are actually doing quite well right now. Um, so I'm noticing that they are using compassion as the skill that I've taught them. This is through my courses, like my brain training course, for example. We teach the skill of compassion. This is a huge thing for highly sensitive people because honestly, we can get through anything if we have self compassion. It's about being a friend to yourself, being kind and loving and supportive with yourself. It helps us access resiliency. And I 100% believe that a sensitive person actually has a lot of resiliency. We've developed it over the course of our lifetime because being a sensitive person in a world that's not set up for the sensitive person's nervous system or experiences means we've actually developed a lot of tools. We just need to make sure we're accessing them right now. And so much creativity is coming out of this in this population of people because what's really interesting about that is when you're accessing creative centers in your brain, you are deactivating stress centers. So that's a huge thing. So what's happening is people, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to watch what I'm seeing in this population of people because they're finding a way to move online, to teach online, to coach online, to do therapy online. I mean, they're finding a way to do it and reach people and support people through all of this. And every time you're helping people and you're accessing creative parts of your brain, you actually feel better inside yourself. They're having boundaries with negative exposure, both in the news and with other people that might be toxic. There's a negativity bias that I've also talked about in my courses, some of you may be familiar with, but it takes up to 8 positives just to neutralize 1 negative in the brain. And it also takes up to 20 seconds of focusing on a positive for it to really stick in the brain. So that's something to pay attention to. And the people that are feeling resilient and strong right now are the people that are creating boundaries around that. I myself only read, I don't watch the news. That's an important difference. One day I watched the news and I could feel the panic just absorbing it and the fear, and that's not good for anybody. So I just watch what I need to. I mean, I read what I need to stay informed, but I'm seeing that the people that are resilient right now are the ones that are keeping boundaries around that, even with people in their life. So if you're having a lot of people really in an incredibly panicky, negative space right now, and they're just overdoing it on the news and want to tell you everything about it, I suggest boundaries with that right now. There's a need to fill up the positivity tank. So make sure you're focusing on positive things. There's a really wonderful things happening in the world despite the crisis. People are showing all kinds of kindness and compassion with each other, and there are beautiful stories also to read about. Um, go into a present focus as much as possible. That helps me, and it's helped the people that are resilient right now. So if I notice myself get trapped into a little bit of a fear cycle or a concern about what's going on, then I bring myself back into the present. So even if it's about just feeling safe in my home, paying attention to my one of my pets, looking at them in the eyes and just connecting with them, things like that can really help bring yourself into a present moment, focusing on what you do have and what you are grateful for. Focusing on what you're grateful for also stimulates parts of the brain that are calming. So that's another important piece. um, Grounding techniques. Make sure every day you're doing grounding techniques, things that make you feel balanced and centered as much as possible. And keeping productive as much as possible. This is a very important thing for highly sensitive people to feel productive and to have meaning in their life. So if that means that you create a task list that helps you stay productive, do that. And that's an important thing because you feel good about checking off things on your list. Keep up with your routine of self care. It's important, really important right now. We need to stay healthy and strong, and that's what people who are feeling resilient are doing. If they take regular naps, they're continuing that. If they do practice a special kind of meditation, mindfulness, yoga, things like that, they're continuing to do that. And finding creative ways to do what they can do rather than focusing on what they can't do. Self-soothing is really important. That's also part of what's so helpful about a compassion practice. And monitoring energy levels, like, not giving away all your energy to everyone else so that you don't have anything left for yourself. That's also important. And some other things that I recommend is a general commitment to your growth work. And if you haven't been doing growth work, this is a good time to start, maybe working with a therapist or a healer that really you connect to so that you can start doing some internal growth work. That really helps us stay strong. Physical movement is important right now. If you're not able to go and do your regular routines of exercise, finding other ways of doing that. I know there's a lot of yoga teachers doing online trainings right now. People are doing exercises in their homes, or if you are able to get out for walks, even if you're staying away from people, if you have access to that still, I recommend having movement. It's going to be important for you. I also recommend a minimum of 20 minutes a day of meditation. That's something that's going to really help soothe your nervous system and something that's incredibly important. And you're actually exercising parts of your brain that allow you to develop a pause and reflect and response system rather than a reaction system. This is a huge thing for sensitive people. It's something I had to learn myself, and it really changed my life. And this is what I'm seeing in people that are resilient right now. We talk more about this in my brain training program as well. Uh, and starting if you're not already doing this, a journaling and gratitude practice. So journal what you're feeling, acknowledge what you're feeling, because as soon as you write it down, it starts to activate the cognitive brain that supports the emotional brain, which means that if you're feeling fear or worry or stress or anxiety, panic, these kinds of things, when you start journaling about your feelings, you're activating centers in your brain that can support those feelings. And this is again where self-compassion would come in. If it's possible, try to get some sun time and some fresh air. Even if that means you're sitting next to a window with air coming in and the sun coming in, try to do that. It's still needed. If you can sit out on a porch or a balcony, do it. It's something still important for us. Connection, that's another one. We need to stay connected. I love my sensitive empowerment community for that. It's an online community of sensitive people. I'm there every single day, guiding and supporting. And it's just such an important thing to be connected with people right now, whether you're doing video chats with people or phone calls, still stay connected. Okay. Eat and drink well. Take care of your mind, body, and spirit. Savor your food. Have gratitude for your food. Just savor it. I'm doing a lot of that right now when I eat. I just find myself really savoring it and feeling a lot of gratitude for it. Kind of going into the basics. And focus on some sensory pleasures several times a day. And what I mean by that is, as sensitive people, we actually can feel the positives even more magnified. So soak those in, whether it's something you're visually seeing, like a beautiful sunset, or the sky looks so beautiful, or the birds, or you're listening to them. Even music can be wonderful, a sensory experience. Even one day I was in the bathtub and I just poured water over my head really slowly as I felt the sensory experience of that. It just felt so good. Soak in those positive sensory experiences. And maybe it's a soft weighted blanket. Weighted blankets tend to be really very soothing. It's something I love and a lot of people in my community love. So I think that's a good start to sharing with you what I think is helpful and what I'm seeing, that sensitive people who are feeling strong and resilient right now, these are the things that they're doing. And you have the ability to do these things as well. And be kind with yourself. If you only do one thing, be compassionate with yourself. This is such an important piece. And I cannot stress it enough. It's a brain training skill as well that we get better at with practice. And so if you want to check out all my resources for sensitive people, I have a sensitivity quiz. I have so much information on my blog, and I really hope that you will think about joining my sensitive empowerment community because it's such a special space to be right now. And I'm offering scholarships and massive discounts right now to my brain training program, my course online. And that's giving people all these tools too to really reduce your anxiety and stress. You need to keep your anxiety and stress levels low because you need to keep your immune system strong. And that means for your whole family. So if you're a parent and you're stressing out, that's causing your children's immune systems to lower as well because they're getting stressed from your stress. So it's important, it's eminent that we are really taking care of ourselves right now. And I walk you through the whole program if you're interested in that. You can find everything that I offer on my website, sensitiveconnection.com. So many resources, so many free resources there. I've created a ton of meditation podcasts that are free and available for you. You can check all of those things out on my blog as well. And everything can be found on sensitiveconnection.com. I really invite you to do this and listen to what I was saying today. This is really going to help you. This is information based on working with thousands of sensitive people all over the world, and this is what they're doing to stay balanced and healthy right now and to access the strength and resilience within you. Okay? So you take really good care of yourself out there, and let's stay in touch. If you subscribe to my newsletter, I will send out everything that I offer every week, and it's a really great sense of support, and you won't miss out on anything that I'm offering as a support to you right now. So you can find all of that on my website, sensitiveconnection.com, and I will be in touch with you guys. Take good care of yourselves out there. Bye bye.